All right, here we go into Captain America, the Winter Soldier. We'll be back to talk about it as soon as we get out. I am here again with Paul Scavito and Brian Daly. We just got back from seeing Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and first impressions, guys.
I'm going to say just right out of the gate, coming out of the theater, it's my favorite of the Marvel Studios films. I liked it more than the Avengers, more than the original Captain America, more than any of the Iron Man or Thor movies.
Paul?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch. I still consider the original Captain America to be my personal favorite out of the Marvel Universe movies, but this is an incredible movie on its own. So
yeah, for me, it probably won't take the top spot. That'll still be Avengers, but it's right now in my head, it's battling with the first Iron Man. And what I think was just really good about it and really shows that Marvel is headed in a very smart direction with these franchises is the fact that it was what you talked about, Ryan, when we talked about the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general, which is that it is a political thriller. You wouldn't necessarily... It is a superhero movie, but it's not just that.
Right.
It fits into this other genre, and it's a genre that you couldn't tell with the other heroes. You can tell a political thriller with Captain America. You couldn't tell that story with Iron Man. So they've made something tonally more unique to this specific character, which I think shows a really good plan that Marvel has for how to move forward with these franchises.
Right. And one of the things that really, really impressed me about the film was how well it juggled a large cast of characters. The Avengers was obviously an ensemble picture dealing with 6 to 7 different heroes. This one was probably second up there in terms of how well it handled different heroes. You had Captain America, obviously he's the driving force, he is the star, but MVP awards could be thrown out to Black Widow, who has a lot of time in the spotlight and a lot of great moments. The Falcon, who we see develop, kind of gets his own little miniature origin in the story and has a lot of great moments. Nick Fury, for the time that he is in the film, does a lot of really great stuff. And then multiple different villainous characters that it handles well and kind of dips into. They all have a spotlight moment or two. So.
Right, in which I think is going to lead to the discussion of sort of whose movie is this? Right?
Is it Captain America's movie or is it Shield's movie?
Right? Or Black Widow's focus. We get a lot of screen time.
We do.
Whoops.
Yep.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay. That. All right. We'll cut that part out. Okay, but a question that I would ask has to do actually with the title. Should this movie have been called The Winter Soldier?
Well, that's one of the few criticisms. I mean, like, The Winter Soldier is the punchy title, but The Winter Soldier, as much as he is important to what's going on and he's recurring throughout, he's not the linchpin to what's going on.
No. On an emotional level, he is for the heroes.
Yeah.
He does sort of, but even then, it's not until maybe the third act of the film that really becomes a true emotional linchpin.
I don't want to belittle the character because he's done very well, I think. But at the same time, in terms of plot, just talking plot, taking the emotional payoff, but just talking plot, you could sub out.
He could have been saved for the third movie.
Any number of superpower equivalent characters, and the story would not have changed.
Right. You could have done Crossbones as that sort of assassin character and fit that in there. There were a few other villains. You could have spent more time with the Winter Soldier and made him the big bad of the third movie. But again, when I was watching it, I liked every scene with him. I liked the way that he was handled. Sure. There was never a moment where I thought he was... I mean, maybe he was being wasted at times, but...
Right. I mean, if anything, the criticism is on the subtitle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's more
not a misuse of the Winter Soldier character.
Yeah, it's not that the character was misused, it's that it was possibly misleading to put the Winter Soldier as part of the title.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But... all in all, heck of a good time.
It was an excellent movie, and I think that's probably going to be it for this one. And I hope you'll tune in when we do our spoiler-filled talk about the implications of a lot of what happened, which will probably be much, much longer. So hope you tune back in. Until then, this council is adjourned.